Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be looking at 3 different massage guns. I have 2 from Theragun and 1 from Bob and Brad. And if you're considering a massage gun, I know it can be pretty overwhelming. So today we're gonna be looking at 3 different popular massage guns with different amplitudes, which in my opinion is probably the most important factor when considering a massage gun. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, first up, what is amplitude and why is it so important? Well, amplitude is the amount of travel that the massage head has. So this Theragun Elite has 16 millimeters of travel or amplitude. So you can see here, if I force it, it goes about 16 millimeters back and forth. And then if we compare that to this guy, the Bob and Brad Q2, it only has about 7 millimeters of travel. As you can see there. I need to clarify, I'm not a medical expert, nor am I a physical therapist. I'm just speaking from my own experience. So just keep that in mind. So in my research, the higher the amplitude or the further the head travels, the deeper that the gun is gonna hit. If you're someone that's physically active, that goes to the gym a lot, or maybe you run every day, you might be looking at something like this, which is more of like a punch. Like if you think of like a jackhammer kind of like breaking up concrete, this is what that does. But if you're someone that's more like casual, that you go to your job, but sometimes you get fatigued or you get tension in your muscles, or if you're like a stay-at-home parent and you're just like picking stuff for your kids and your muscles are aching, this vibrational motor might be better for you. It's definitely not as intense as let's say this one, and it's definitely more relaxing. Okay, let's get into the comparisons. Let me just get all this out of the way. Okay, starting off with the Bob and Brad Q2. This is a little guy, but it's very powerful. It goes from about 1800 to 3000 RPM in 5-level increments. And like I said before, this has a 7 millimeter travel of amplitude. So it's definitely more on the vibrational side of things. All right, let's power it on and do a quick sound test. This is on the first setting. And this is max. Obviously very quiet. It's probably the quietest out of all 3 of massage guns today. But yeah, let's take a look at the slow-mo real quick. The Bob and Brad comes with a few heads. It comes with a fork, this flat looking thing, this sharp one for targeting certain areas and knots. And then it comes with this for tender areas because it compresses and makes it not as strong. Carrying pouch, which is really nice, and it charges via USB-C on the bottom right here. In my testing, the Bob and Brad Q2 is a great companion for literally taking anywhere. It's really quiet, whether you're watching a movie with someone, they might not even notice, and you heard how quiet it was. And yeah, like I mentioned, it has a 7 millimeter amplitude, so if you're someone who is more of a casual user, and if you're someone who isn't super active, but you just want some relief, this is a great product. It's great on tender areas like your neck, but if you're someone who's a little more active, maybe you lift a lot, this isn't gonna be as effective as the other 2 massage guns that we'll be going over today. All right, if you haven't already, please make sure to like the video and consider subscribing. I make tech videos, and yeah, I'm trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. So any help is appreciated. All right, now jumping over to the Theragun Mini. This is one of their newest offerings. Oh, and it's super portable, just like the Bob and Brad Q2. It comes with this carrying pouch, which is just made of a soft foam material. And it only comes with this one head, which is one minor complaint that I have, because I do like having different heads, for example, that sharp one that pinpoints a certain area, but it's not a huge deal breaker and you can get different heads on their website. Now this guy has a 12 millimeter amplitude, which is 5 millimeters more than the Bob and Brad Q2. It's actually almost double, so it's quite significant. It has 3 levels of RPM, 1750, then 2100, then 2400. It's not quite as fast as the Bob and Brad Q2, which goes up to 3000, but with the amplitude being almost double, you don't really need it to go that fast. It already hits you pretty hard. Okay, let's power it on and do a quick sound test. This is level 1. And this is the max. So definitely a little louder than the Bob and Brad Q2. All right, let's take a quick look at the slow-mo footage. So yeah, this is almost like a middle ground contender. It's not as vibrational as the Bob & Brad Q2 at 7 mil. It sits about 12, and then the other one I'm gonna show you is at 16. So it's kind of in the middle, and I'm just gonna say I really like this product. It's super small, and you can take it anywhere. And the 12mm Amplitude is actually much harder hitting than the Bob & Brad Q2. If you're looking for something harder hitting and you're much more active, then yeah, this guy is a great contender. Okie dokie, last but not least, we have the Theragun Elite, the big boy. And you're probably leaving this one at home because yeah, it's pretty big and not as portable as the other two. Plus we have this case, which it comes with, which as you can see, has a pretty big footprint as well. But with a larger device comes a larger amplitude, and this guy has 16mm of travel. It goes from about 1750 to 2400 RPM, which is the same range as the Theragun Mini. It also comes with 5 heads, which are all really high quality. You have this thing, which they call the thumb. This is the wedge, which is great for like larger areas like your IT band. The cone, which like I said, is great for targeting a certain area. And then this big one, and then the dampener. This guy also has an edge up on the other two with Bluetooth. So if you pair this with your phone, it can actually walk you through a few routines. Let's say, for example, you play tennis. It'll have a tennis routine on the app, and it'll automate like which attachment to use, which grip style to use, and then it'll automatically power on device and go through the routine. Okay, let's power it on and do a sound test. This is level 1. And this is level 5, the max. So this might not be as convenient as the other two. It's definitely more of a sit down process where you're doing this and nothing else. And here's the slow-mo footage. All right, so maybe you could tell with the footage, maybe you couldn't. I'm recording this before I even seen the footage, so I don't know, but I'm hoping that you can tell that with the 16mm amplitude, it's hitting much harder into that muscle and releasing all that tension. Now you may have noticed that there are a few things that I didn't go over, which are battery life, price, and stall force. So in terms of battery life, you are gonna be getting great battery life on all of these. It's 2 hours on the Theragun, 2.5 hours on Theragun Mini, and 4 hours on the Bob & Brad. For price, starting from the lowest, it's gonna be roughly $100 for the Bob & Brad Q2, $200 for the Theragun Mini, and depending on which Theragun, like the big ones you get, it ranges from $300 to $600. One other thing that people are talking about is stall force. And in my usage, maybe I just don't press really hard, but I didn't get any of these to stall under normal load. I would say the Theragun Mini actually has the lowest stall force. This is level 1 on the Bob & Brad. And then I'll try level 5. I'm pushing as hard as I can. This is the Theragun Mini on level 1. This is level 3. This is level 1 on the Theragun Elite. I'm not even gonna try, but yeah, your mileage may vary. Anyway, that is the end of the video. I hope that this helped you decide which massage gun to choose. In my opinion, Amplitude is probably one of the biggest factors, so that might be the first thing that you want to figure out. Okay, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time. Peace.